Well, hello, and welcome back to another scary edition of Ghost Stories Told from the South. I am your host, Stephen LeBooth, and we got some scary stuff for you today. Hoo-ha. Well, guys, sorry I am late. It was my birthday weekend in WrestleMania. I'm a wrestling fan. So I kind of took the weekend off and didn't do any research or any podcast or nothing and just enjoyed family time. Needed a good old break, so I didn't do nothing for this episode, and I'm very sorry for that. And I got a big announcement. I think I'm going to move. I know for 3 years now I've been doing it, and I've got y'all faithfully listening. But I'm going to change it from Wednesdays of the show dropping, to Saturday morning. Because it's I gotta do because the schedule. My son's playing baseball now. I mean, he's been playing baseball, but he's starting to travel more and stuff. So we're kind of busy a lot on the weekends. So I'm gonna move it to Saturday. So I hope don't make everybody mad and I don't lose any listeners. But I'm so sorry, but I got to, man. I know I've been doing it, and y'all been faithful, keeping up with it every Wednesday. But I'm gonna have to do it on Saturday. So please bear with me. So, with that being said, what I'm going to, what's today? What I'm going to try to do then, this Saturday, what I'll do for you guys, since I'm going to change it, I'll put a new episode up, and it'll be the last one of the season, and I'll do it Saturday. And then that'll get everybody used to it coming on Saturday. How's that grab yes? I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for the downloads, and the membership keeps growing. Go check out our YouTube channel, Ghost Stories Told from the South. I need to update it. I haven't updated it in a while, so. But today we're going to go down memory lane because, like I said, I didn't have nothing researched because I took the weekend off. But I figured we're going to go down memory lane today, and we're going to do episode 50. See how it was on their first year of completing 50 episodes. It was a big accomplishment, just like the 150 was this year. So after we get that, I'll come back and say goodbye to you, and I hope you enjoy this, and sorry about everything, but I hope you bear with me, and we're going to continue podcasting my ghost stories, baby. But I hope you enjoy this episode, and I'll see you on the flippy end of it there. Well, hello everybody. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're ready for another fine, fun episode, a scary episode of Ghost Stories Told from the South. I'm your host, Stephen LeBooth, here to scare the pants off of you. Make you scared of the dark. So how's everybody doing? I'm doing good today. Well, Lexi's not here with us because that poor child's got car problems, and she was broke down yesterday, and her mom was taking her to work today, so she's without a ride right now, but we're hoping to get her in something maybe. So, but it's just me today. And sorry we're late on it, but it's been busy. And like I said yesterday, Lexi's car broke down. And yeah, it was a messed up day. But I'll tell you one thing. I am so tired of this freaking winter wind. I wish it'd quit and good spring weather come and then some summer. Want some nice cool nights by the campfire. Tell some scary stories. Nums. Well, I guess we'll get down to it. I'm just going to write down my times on here. All right, chickadees and chickadoes. Do you want to hear some scary stories from Stephen LeBooth? Get ready, sit down, grab a comfy blanket, and get ready to be scared. All right, fellas and ladies. My stuff's going to be kind of all around the world today. Just different folklores and stuff like that. This is El Donte San Padro folklore. Don't go to the bush. Don't go to the bush to cut firewood, nor look for a coconut husk, or El Denao del Monte will get you. This was a common threat in the 1940s and 50s, which uh, mom would use when she needed the children at home for some chores rather than going to the bush. The children, of course, preferred going to the bush for the thrill of some adventure. It was not like that. It was not that they liked cutting firewood, but hunting for hunting for a bird's nest and raiding the eggs was a thrill in itself. It also meant drinking fresh coconut water or hunting for coconut palms or sea grapes. Never had a sea grape. A trip to the bush could always run you in the luck of killing some wild bird, a bush hog, or even a deer. Now that was intended a thrill. That was indeed a thrill. So how could Mama's funny threat of El Denal del Monte scare anyone and keep them out of the bush? El Duno del Monte was another name given to El Dante. Uh, those who say those who saw him say he was about 3 feet tall and wore a wide brimmed hat. Sometimes sometimes he wears a red hat and animal skins for clothing. Dad said that El Donde protected the animals in the bush and would get very angry when little boys killed birds without a reason. So if you were going in there to hunt for food, he wouldn't fuck with you. But apparently, if you was just going in there killing shit, tearing up the woods, knocking trees down, basically be just being a little fucking bratty kid, being a little jerk, he's gonna come get your ass. Okay, where is it? Okay, Mom said one could kill a bird if he would eat it, but to shoot one with a slingshot just to prove one's talent was wrong. El Dante was a daytime creature and would roam the bush and watch you mysteriously. Even if you were animals, sometimes El El Dante would get tired and sit on the foot of the tree and fall asleep. He would transform himself into red clay. Anyone spotting it would think it was some may Afro aphrodisiac after fact. Oh no, anyways, what was anyone spotting it would think it was a Maya artifact. But it but if you took it home, he would escape during the night. Therefore, you can bet your sweet lip that if we find a clay fixture in the bush, we do not even touch it. That's pretty weird. That's kind of like when I lived in Oklahoma, we'd go to them Indian cemeteries, and we'd go during the day, but they were just kind of creepy. And you'd see jewelry on tombstones and stuff. I asked my friend, I'm like, why do they do that? I said, well, that's like with his watch he wore. That was a ring she wore. And I'm like, what keeps people from stealing it? I mean, I wouldn't be sticking their precious heirlooms out here that they wore. He said, because, sorry about that, it hit the mic. because story goes, if you take that home, you'll be cursed. So that's in a lot of folklores I've noticed, but which is cool though. Sometimes El Dante would get tired and sit. Okay, at the foot of the hill, he would transform. Okay, already said that. Sorry about that. What happened if Dante caught you in the bush? Well, he would take you to his dwelling, which was a spot deer in the a spot deeper. Oh, a okay. He would take you to his dwelling, which was a spot deeper in the woods, probably a cave. But there was a way to escape him. He only had four fingers and no thumbs, so surprise if you surprised by him, you could hide. Hmm. And no thumbs. So if you surprised by him, you could hide. Oh, you could hide your thumb in the palm of your hands, and he would think you were one of his. So if you just hold your fingers like this and go, "Look, I don't got no thumbs. I don't know what you mean." Well, you can't see, and I'm going, "Yeah, look at that. See, yeah, see." Yeah, just they'd put the thought. They say that's another way you could escape because he'd think you're one of theirs, which makes sense, and he'd leave you alone unharmed. In this respect, El Dante was just like the Cisamento, another folklore character in San Padro. San Padro? Yeah, Padro. Uh, most evil, most of the evil characters were scared away if you made the sign of the cross with sticks or even with your fingers. But El Dante was not an evil character, so he was not scared anyway by the cross. In fact, El Dante was a friendly character and only punished you if you were killing too many animals or doing mischief in the bush. He would be frequently spotted, especially during the Latin season, especially on Good Fridays. Huh? He must have loved Good Fridays. El Dante was identified by identified by a piercing whistle, and that was his, oh, he could be identified by his piercing whistle, and that was his weakness. Anyone whistling in the bush was a target of an attack by him. This is why Dad used to say, "Never whistle while you're in the bush, or you will be calling on the Dante to attack you." 25 years ago, if anyone saw a strange man in the village and he would ask you to follow him, you could be sure that no one did, for fear that he could be the infamous Dante. So, next time you're in the woods, yeah, ladies and gents, don't be a douchebag. Don't be knocking trees down over. Don't be mean to the animals or mean to the plants. And yeah, he won't mess with you. And don't whistle. I dare you. Make someone to whistle. Say, "Hey, buddy, I bet you can't whistle." Now, that one was kind of long. But these next ones, they're going to be kind of shorty. But I have got some special stuff for you today because it is our 50th freaking episode. I didn't mention that at first, and I should have. This has been an awesome ride, guys. We got more to do, so don't worry. We ain't going fucking anywhere. Hopefully, we'll be doing this 20 years from now. All right, that'll make me an old bastard. But anyways, yeah, guys, we appreciate you guys listening. We really do. This is our 50th episode, and that is so sweet. Okay, I'm going to write my time down. Okay. We are going to go with the L. Now, once again, I'm sorry if I'm butchering these. This folklore comes to us from Chile. Okay. El Colobron is basically an anaconda on super steroids. An enormous hairy snake with a gigantic calf-like head. The creature belongs to the rural countryside of Chile, where it is said to come at. He is said to come out at night from the dark caves in the remote forest and eat basically anything in his path. El Calibron. El Calibron. That's what we're gonna say. El Calibron. Calubron. El Calubron. Calubron. We'll go with Calubron. Okay. Also, a torso. What now? Has a tesseract radar. Oh. He has a radar kind of like the snakes. He's a heat sensors or whatever they say. How the snakes read, because they feed off of body heat and stuff to get their see where they're at. But anyways, the creature belongs to and is said to arrive at the sites of buried treasure 40 days after it's been buried. Anyone wishing to recover the treasure has to douse the ground with argante argant argard argar quit chewing. If you douse the ground with Gardent in the hopes that the snake will get turned off the liquid and let his guard down. In the same way, the El Clubron is attached to riches. Legend also has it that the snake can draw wealth to anyone who is able to domesticate it. But trapping the Cluberon is no easy feat. You have to find one in the wild, pluck 3 of its largest hairs without getting eaten, then put the hairs in a bowl of milk. From the bowl, 3 baby Cluberons will spring to life, and the strongest will eat the other 2 and become a full-fledged Clubron. That's pretty shitty. I'm going to eat my brothers and sisters. Yeah. From that point forward, owners have to maintain the snake with sacrifices of animals and close relatives. What the fuck? Wow. Holy crap. You have to, if you want one of these, you'll be rich as hell, but you got to sacrifice animals and close relatives. Wow. Then you have to leave the blood in a secret location that only the snake knows of. Otherwise, no money for you will probably get. Oh, otherwise, no money for you and you will probably get eaten. That's crazy, man. You gotta freaking sacrifice an animal and your relatives. Who would do that shit? I mean, I don't give a shit how much money you gave me. You'd have to kill your relatives. And I would like to have the money to enjoy it with my relatives. Like, hey, come over. I got a big pool. Let's swim in it. Or, hey, I got a fishing tank in the back. Let's go fishing. Or, hey, I got some 4-wheelers. Let's go right around the land. Or, I'd want to enjoy it with my family. But that's always the case, though, in the movies and stuff. Anytime they're like, yes, I want to be rich, but you have to do this. There's always a price. Always a price. Now, let's see. I know I've done this before, and sorry if you hear a dog barking, but My dog's outside of the studio right now. He's at the front door, and every time he sees cats or anything, he just thinks he has to bark, 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 and bark, and bark. So if you hear him in the back being an a-hole, sorry. I know I've covered this guy before. We're going to do Chupacabra. He kind of started in, it was kind of a Spanish folklore, kind of started in Spain. But here we go. Like Latin American Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster, El Chupacabras little, are literally goat suckers for the Spanishly challenged. Is a beast whose alleged it is a beast whose alleged existence has plagued farmers in collective Latin conquistadors for some time now. Not quite as old as the Sasquatch or the Yeti, even the Jersey Devil. Then why they say conquistadors? Because conquistadors are old. I probably misread it and effed the word up. But anyways, let's get on with the story. Okay. I'm sorry. My mouse is being stupid. Sometimes it does that sticky stick thing and it really irritates me. Okay. The first report of the Chupacabra attack was on March of '95. Through some say reports go all the way back to the '60s in Puerto Rico. 8 sheep were killed completely drained of blood, and there were puncture wounds in each of their chest. Authorities The authorities just wrote it off as he just got attacked by an animal. An animal did it. That's what they basically said. But many locals suspected a satanic cult. By August, 150 similar livestock killings had taken. Creatures varied in wildly. In the town of Convanus, the creature was described as winged, swooping down on its prey. In Cagasa, wait, Cagus, it was said to have hairy arms and red eyes, but by the end of '95, the most prevalent description was gray alien-like creature about 3 to 4 feet tall that walks upright on its muscular hind legs. By '96, reports of chupacabra attacks were being reported on the mainland as well as being in Miami and later in the Southwest and Mexico and in Texas on the border. Either the creature had migrated or the stories had become so popular that reporters of sightings and copycat attacks were being carried out here too. This time the creature was described as a dog-like but reptilian, whether chupacabras exist or not. Reports of bloodless, murdered livestock still happens. So, see, that's weird because I've always heard that version that it's like a dog. You know, it's like a freaking badass dog. That's what I grew up hearing. Now, I didn't know about all this other stuff till I read it. So, that's pretty cool, though. Jelly beans. Jelly of my beans. Jelly of my beans. All right, El Chupacabras. Okay. We are going to go. This one comes from Chile again. This is the Puchin. The Puchin comes from the. Okay. The Pichuas comes from the lore of southern Chile's Mapuche people. It was a shape shifting vampire creature most frequently described as a flying snake. Ooh. It is described as a flying snake. Occasionally, descriptions add that it is covered in either feathers or hair, making it similar to the Kleborn. We just covered that guy, the Kleborn on recent on. Okay. Sometimes he is compared to the Kleborn, just as big as a. Oh, sometimes he is compared to the Kleborn. But much like vampires, poachies can paralyze their victims by gazing into their eyes in order to drain the bodies of the blood. The only people who can defeat the Puchin are Macha and Mapuche medicine women. So we got flying snakes in this son of a bitch. This does kind of sound like the other one, but on the Kluburn, remember, they never said he flew. Now this one flies, so. Bunch of flying little daddies. They're just flying everywhere. They're like, hey, look at me. I'm flying, baby. Don't you wish you could fly like me? I hope these stories aren't scaring you guys too bad. Sorry if I break out the jingle like that. I'm kind of bored by myself. All right, let me write my time down. All right. This is the Pesh Taco. I'm not lying, guys. It's Pesh Taco. Pesh Taco? Yeah, Pesh Taco. And this one's from Peru and Bolivia. A pale-skinned vampire boogeyman who roams the Andes Mountains and kills kills oh anyways, he roams the Andreas Mountains, and kills peasants in order to drain them of their body fat. And the legend of Piscatua was basically plunged directly from the real life horror experienced by the indigenous communities of Peru and Bolivia during consolization in the 15th century. The first written account of the creature comes from the priest Cristobal de Malena. Okay. A 16th century scholar of icon culture who chronically a spreading native fear and Guzo that Spaniards were going to kill them and drain them of their fat. Oops, sorry. Since then, the description of the creature have varied slightly from generation to generation, but as a rule, they tend to vision a white man invaders, alternatively depict as a priest, doctor, or workers, tourist, or anthropologist, etc., etc. They stand for five. They have stood there for 5 centuries of foreign exploitation, which is more terrifying than any myth on the list. And they say the Pistacos made its appearance they talked about it on the Supernatural. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Drains you of your fat. Oh, the pit. That's kind of like the story of the fucking God dang it, the Indian one. The Wicker Man? No, I can't remember. It's that one we covered for a special. Can't remember the name of that damn guy now. Yeah, but he was a creature like that who would suck your blood and your fat and everything. There'd just be rubber. Lovely, lovely, lovely as hell. All right, chickadees and chickadoos. This is in Jenna in Ganaya, and this one is the Masca Mascaraman. 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 The Mascaraman is a massive hairy monster that lurks in canyons, rivers, and seas, preying on passengers in small boats and eating them. The Mascaraman is a kind of jubi and mythical spirit or demon native of the Caribbean folklore. Aside from the creepy aside from it being creepy and one of many residing beasts in the Latin America folklore, it is also the named snake of Fade to Mind producer Mesacaraman. So, this is another folklore one. And supposedly he lurks in Kanya's rivers and seas looking. Now, see, this one was really short and there wasn't no goddamn description or anything. That's kind of stupid. I hate it when they do it that short and they're But, it's some stories and stuff I've never heard about. Okay. No. Okay. Now we're going to go with the La Sega Cupa. La, La Sega Cupa. The La Sega Cupa. According to according to the Dominican folklore, La Segupa. La Segupa. Okay, La Segupa. The La Segupa is a mythical creature that takes the form of a woman with backwards facing feet. Oh, what the fuck? These Segupas lurk in the highland mountains and deep forest of the islands. That'd be some messed up stuff. Ooh, look at that beautiful girl. What's wrong with your feet? Waiting for the perfect moment to lure man into the woods and make them disappear. Their long, thick manes take skin and feet, make them pretty elusive and and prone to outwitting followers. But if you are like me, oh no, that ain't it. The first recorded mention of the Sigacupas appeared in the Francisco Javar Angulua Gurdayas in 1886, which did not mention the creature's backwards feet. While many think Sigacupas are an Arawak legend, scholars have found little evidence to prove the connection with suggest the legend's origins are far from likely to have emerged from the African religious beliefs brought over to this island during the colonial period. The Sigacupa has a similar legend version from Colombia called the La Pata Sola. Oh, as well as La Cicas. Oh, who who eventually were shapeshifters, and they could shift into a skulls. Oh, shapeshifters, and they could shift into a horse's head. Why would you fucking do that? That's stupid. Troy also bears similar to the story too. So, although the versions of the tale kind of lied some, it's still just another one of them good old family folklores. You know what I mean? Oh, well, guys, we've got one more story left, and don't worry, this is our 50th episode. I'm gonna do a little bit extra today and make this some bitch about an hour and a fucking half for you. Because I love you guys. You crazy, crazy guys, you. I'm sorry, my dog's still barking out the window. So, is everybody scared so far? Excuse me. Let me get a drink. Okay, this is my last one. This is the Yucca Mama. This is from Peru. Argentina. The mighty Amazon is home to the legendary Yakamama. The Yakamama. A horned snake-like sea monster. See, what is this? Everything was like horns and shit. Everything kind of looks the same, whether it's land or in the ocean. The Yucca Mama is a part of a multiple groups, mythical primarily tribes hailing from the western Amazon and the lowlands of Peru and Ecuador. According to the verse from the 19th century, Yucca Mama is rumored to be as long as 60 feet long. That's long. Before entering unfamiliar bodies of water, indigenous tribes would blow a horn to warn the gigantic reptile of human presence and probably so they would not get attacked either. The Yucca Mama is also goddess of the water, but it takes the form of an elderly human woman that approaches kids who enter the river to collect water in their containers. In some, the Yucca Mama is basically the anaconda with horns. Now I'm just immigrant. Well, that's a pretty cool story too. The Yucca Mama. Don't worry, guys. Next week will be better. Lexi will be back, and it'll be all nice and sweet. But since this is our 50th episode, guys, brothers and sisters, I have got a treat for you today. I'm going to play some clips from some old episodes. So don't go anywhere. Hang tight. I'll do about, like I said, I'm going to try to make this about an hour and a half today, since it's our 50th. And 2 more episodes will be our first full year of podcasting, baby. All right, y'all guys hang tight. I got some stories coming right up. Here we go.
Welcome back to another podcast with Ghost Stories Told from the South. I am your co-host, Lexi Booth.
And I am your host, Stephen LeBooth. Oui.
I hope that you guys liked our episode last week.
It was pretty spooky. Pretty spooky, wasn't it, guys?
Yes, it was.
Today's going to be a good old scary ass kicker. We're going to talk about the old Sloss Furnace in Alabama.
Alabama Slammer.
We're going to talk about the Maple Hill Cemetery in Alabama. And we're going to talk about there's a certain little Main Street town in Alabama that has a pretty creepy ghost story. It ought to be fun.
Minor is surprise.
I'm surprised because she don't know what the hell she's doing.
Yeah, I do.
But how is everybody doing today? I'm glad that y'all are listening, and I hope you're having a great Friday morning starting out, or a Friday, or whenever you're listening to these.
Sunday, Monday,
Hope
Tuesday,
your day's,
Wednesday.
starting out good, and like I said from the last podcast, I want to give our shout outs to the people overseas that's downloading us, listening to us, people in Europe. Like I said, there's a new one came on, the United Kingdom. I know we've had Brazil, Taiwan for a while.
We had India for a while.
India, and yeah, it's going good, and we love it. Oh, and then we found some new. We got some. I noticed we have some new listeners
In the
America
States.
too. North Carolina, District of Columbia,
Um,
Denver, California,
Texas.
Texas, Oklahoma. So it's starting. I mean, we get a good fan base. That's cool, man. But hey, y'all send us emails. You know, if y'all want to hear a story or know about some creepy shit in your neighborhood or your neck of the woods or a legend, it doesn't have to be a true fact ghost story to send it to us if you guys want to.
Or DM me on Instagram or Twitter.
Yes, we have an Instagram and Twitter account, and why don't you relay the message to the good folks?
It is South Texas Ghost. It's SOUTHTXGHOU. Wait, that's not how I spell ghost. GHOST. Sorry, Lexi had a little moment there. Basically, it's South TX Ghost. Because Texas is abbreviated, so. Okay, well.
And we are on Spotify, iTunes,
And Stitcher.
And Stitcher's been doing pretty decent for us.
Yeah, Spotify's still our best platform.
Yes, it's still our best.
A lot of people use Spotify, though.
Yeah, I mean, we're on iTunes. We don't have any luck with iTunes yet, but that's okay. Maybe
We also
we'll
don't really know how to work the system that well either.
And eventually we're going to try and get on
YouTube.
Patreon. Oh, and YouTube. We're starting, of course, these videos, and we're going to be getting our stuff on YouTube and Patreon. That's probably what I'm going to work on tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, so who's gonna kick it off, me or you?
Well, I'll let you kick it off.
Okay, short stack. Okay, I'm going to be talking about the Old Bryce Hospital.
That's where I was born. I love it there.
You were born at the Wichita Hospital.
I know.
Okay, so I have two locations for this place because I'm not positive which one's which. I have North Polk, Alabama, and Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I'm not sure. Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Tuscaloosa.
I'm not sure where it specifically is because, like I said, when we research, we read like tons of different articles and stuff, and yeah. So
Yeah,
it's in one of those two locations.
It's pretty crazy if you know what I mean.
Okay. So
I'm over here talking shit.
So it was built in 1850, and it opened in 1861 as the Alabama State Hospital. And apparently now they want to restore it for something, but it's like $121 million project.
Jesus Christ.
So it's still just sitting there, and they're trying to figure out what to do with it.
What to do with this?
Yeah, when I read that, I was like, spend your
crazy.
money on something else.
Yeah.
Or do ghost tours with it.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that one. That was episode 9. That was some of our early stuff. I'm going to get some more. I'll probably do... Been checking. I'll do episode 11. Or maybe another one. But this one coming up will be episode 11. Hope you guys enjoy it. Be good and be cool. I'll catch you after this story's done. Bye now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ghost Stories Told from the South. I am your co-host, Lexi Booth.
And I am your host, Stephen Booth. How is everybody in Ghostland tonight? Ooh.
We are...
It's a full moon where we are. It's midnight. It's midnight here in Texas. We've been
Yeah.
we got some stuff to do, so we just said screw it. We're going to lay some podcasts down tonight. Tell some scary stories while it's dark.
Yeah. This is our 11th episode.
Oh, I'm excited.
And,
it's
oh my
fun.
gosh, we are so proud of everybody. And
Oh, gosh.
not to be I don't know what the word is, like prideful, but we're
Yeah,
proud
it's
of
amazing.
ourselves.
Yes.
Because we've come so far, and I mean, a lot of it is from you guys, because without you guys, we
Yes.
wouldn't be anywhere.
Oh gosh, we didn't
have
think it would take
so
off like it
many
has.
not viewers, but like listeners and everything from
From
everywhere.
everywhere. Just in the States, we got like Washington, California, Ohio, North Carolina, North Dakota, Georgia, Michigan, Tennessee, Illinois, and District of Columbia, man.
Yeah,
got our
we're
backs.
yeah,
Love it. And then,
We have
over in Europe, we got Germany.
the Netherlands, Ireland. We have Bang. How do you say it? Bang.
Bangladesh.
I almost said Bangkok. So
And then-
I'm so glad you stepped in. As always, you guys know I can't talk right. So.
But
And
yes,
then we
it's
also have places in like the UK and Australia.
yeah.
So, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just been everywhere. God, it's crazy. We've already got like 100 downloads, and thank you so much, guys, for all the
Yes,
downloads and
thank
support.
you
It's
so
awesome.
much. We appreciate it so much.
But
And
yeah, man, see, like our big holiday coming up is the 4th of July, and on our my other podcast with my niece, Borderline Texas Trash, we're telling everybody, we want to tell y'all send us emails from other countries and stuff and tell us how y'all celebrate y'all's independence. What's y'all's special date? What do y'all do?
oh yeah, that'd be
You know,
nice.
because
That'd be
ours is
cool.
the 4th of July, and if you get any like scary stories around that time, or just email us that.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you guys. Seriously, man, email us and stuff, because that would be
Email.
sweet.
You don't even have to email. Just get on our Instagram and
Oh
follow
yeah,
us, or
Instagram.
Twitter.
Oh yeah, we got our Twitter, and it's
South Texas Ghost TX, not the whole Texas name.
and then
That's the same for Instagram and Twitter. And then the
All right.
email is South Texas Ghost.
and we are on.
No, that's. I'm so sorry. Like I said, it's midnight.
She needs some coffee.
The email is Ghost Stories Told from the South. Instagram and Twitter is South Texas Ghost. My mind is not with me today. What were you saying?
We are on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher. Oh, I want to give some shouts out to Stitcher, man. We only got a couple of listeners, but man, it's pretty cool. We even got listeners on Stitcher and on Google Play. I've been noticing we've had
We're on
listeners.
Google
Yeah.
Play. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you that we're on there. But yeah, it's just been amazing, guys. I mean, there's been other platforms wanting us to come over and join them so we can get on a bigger band and really get out there. But we really love doing that stuff. It's freaking awesome.
Oh, it's fun. Like,
And I just came out with another podcast. Sorry to cut you off.
You're
I
good.
got to do some promoting there,
you're good.
But I want to give a shout out to myself. I just got a brand new show on called College Football Dive. If you're really into college football or anything, check it out. It's a College Football Dive with Uncle Boo. So check that out. And don't forget to check out Borderline Texas Trash, me and my niece.
And then me
And
and my
Lexi's,
sister kind of
yes.
working on one. We're trying to get it going. It's not with this one. It's one specific thing. Me and my sister are doing like a handful of things, so it's kind of
Yeah.
difficult to figure out a name and everything.
Well, it's
but
gonna be gonna be based on like not 100% conspiracy and not 100% unsolved mysteries and stuff. It's gonna be like a mixture of both.
Yeah, well, it's like
know,
unsolved
just
murders,
unsolved murders,
unexplained
unexplained
things, Mandela
stuff.
effects, things the government are hiding. Hopefully, we don't like get killed because we're unraveling information. Like, just because we're all both interested in that stuff. Stephanie
God,
watches
yeah.
a YouTuber that does all that stuff, and I've always been interested in it. And me and Dad always talk about it.
And if y'all like that stuff that we talk about, the paranormal stuff, the urban legends and stuff, we're gonna come up for our hour special this month is gonna be on Helltown.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's going to be on our special because we watched a documentary about it, and that's pretty interesting, man. Some crazy shit went on there. So,
Yeah, if you guys know
Oh,
anything
man.
about it, or just
you know what I forgot to do? We
Oh.
can keep talking. I forgot to hit record. I got this new video camera, guys. So when I get on a Podbean or a Patreon, when I get our show on Patreon, and I can download all that. I know I couldn't say it there. Whoa, what a boy! But yeah, I'm gonna try to get. I'm trying to get as much stuff together and gathered up, and but I'm gonna try to put that stuff and get us on Patreon too, guys. So I'm gonna get that upcoming. So we got a lot of stuff in store for you guys to show the love back. But yeah, y'all, we really want to do. We're gonna do that Helltown one. She's got a podcast coming up. Check her out when hers comes up, and I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be her and her sister. So it's gonna be my little girl and my big girl.
Okay.
But yeah, sorry, I just started this video right now, guys.
No.
We should have done it when I started the deal. But how do you like our background? We're moving on up. Look at that. Hell to the yeah. We're not
Doesn't
gonna.
look like we took over my brother's room anymore.
Nah, and we're not gonna tell you what our secret is either.
Nope.
Because we're awesome like that. But so today, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't tell my stories. Keep them secret.
Oh, I'm not. Here's mine. I'll let you have mine. She don't want you to know hers.
What are secret?
My stuff is from California this week, and I think my next couple stories will probably be California. I just got on there one night and just started clicking on stuff, and California's got some interesting stuff. But I might try to hit the East Coast for a while. Stay out there on the East Coast, you know, Georgia, Oregon. I'm not the East Coast. I'm in the West Coast, and do like Oregon and Washington, California,
Yeah.
Utah, Nevada, Colorado. But, you know, all that groovy stuff. But today, my story is the Santa Luca Mountains, the Dark Watchers. I hope I didn't butcher that name, guys. Santa Luca. So I hope I didn't butcher it. And my second story is the Charman. And my third story is the Turnbull Canyon. And it's a big one, so I'm going to do some of it tonight, and then the next episode some, because I think this is going to end up being a 2 to 3 episode, because it's pretty big.
I'll make it like a 3-parter.
Yeah, because it's like a big canyon. It's got tons of, I mean, the history starts with the Indians, of course. But yeah,
history.
So.
Okay, well, do you want me to kick it off? Because your first story is pretty long, so you want me to kick it off with a kind of a short one?
Yeah, do that.
Okay. Well, okay. This kind of goes off of my tradition that we've been keeping on here. Like, I do places, and he does kind of the urban legends thingy.
Because she likes the asylums, the hospitals.
Well, okay, this one is kind of a place. Not a place.
It's a place.
It's kind of a place, but it's also kind of like an urban legend thing, because no one knows for sure. So, but I found it interesting, and I couldn't pass it up, so just...
just bear with me there, Chakatoke. There we go.
Okay.
Smile.
Sorry, we're messing around with the camera. So, this is the Bell Witch Cave. Have you heard of that one?
Mm-mm.
It is in Adams, Tennessee. So, there was this guy named John Bell, and he was a farmer from North Carolina, and him and his wife and 3 children settled in northern Robertson County, Tennessee, in the early 1800s. It was in 1804. They lived there for 13 years, just building stuff and just having time of their lives and whatever. Well, the summer of 1817, they kept on seeing, like, strange animals on the property and stuff. So, at, like, late at night and stuff like that, they would hear knocking sounds on the doors and the outer walls of the property in the house and stuff like that. So, like, they would go investigate, and nothing would be there.
That's crazy.
And especially seeing, like, animals.
Yeah?
So, like, that was really weird. Oh, and also, sorry, that was really loud.
Sorry, that's my fault. My bad.
With this one, normally I do the history, then the ghost stuff. With this one, I kind of have to mix it in, so I'm sorry, kind of going back and forth. But, so, they would hear growling and stuff, and then they would, for the husband and the wife, there would be red eyes and, like, a animal figure with growling at them at the bedpost.
And they would see this when they was in bed?
Mm-hmm. And just stand there and be like, just lay there and be like,
I think I'd be like,
just be like, that's normal.
honey,
pack your bags, we're leaving.
Yeah.
They heard chains being dragged throughout the house.
Wow.
And then, like, stones would be dropped on the wooden floors. Like, from outside would be brought in and dropped on the floors.
That's crazy.
And then they also heard like gulping and choking noises, like a killer was in the house and trying to kill everybody, but like no one else was in the house. It was, it was really weird.
Oh my God! You'd wake up hearing and nothing's happening. You're like, huh?
Pretty much. Okay, so they were obviously terrified in their own home, but like they didn't tell anybody. I guess 'cause they didn't want to sound crazy and be like,
Yeah. These guys are fucking nuts, man.
yeah. So they didn't tell anybody, and then they finally told a few people in that group. I guess had like a paranormal investigation happen.
Oh, that's
And,
cool.
Yeah. So it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and people, I guess, from all over the world heard about it and was like, "Whoa, what's this place?" Came to investigate it, and they were like, "What's really going on here?" So, and they ended up hearing a voice and stuff. I don't know how new this is or anything, but they ended up hearing a voice. It was the witch of a neighbor named Katie Batts.
Katie Batts.
Yeah.
Does that mean she's like batshit crazy?
Probably.
Hee-hee.
So they started calling it that property and stuff the Bell Witch Cave or whatever. So, it was believed that the witch wanted to kill John, or stop someone from.
Oh God! Sorry about that.
So the theories were that either she wanted to kill John, the husband, or she wanted to terrify one of the daughters enough to stop her from marrying her future husband.
Damn.
Which, if that's true, why terrorize the entire family?
Yeah.
But
Maybe she hated the whole family really and just didn't want to say it. She's like, I really don't like these guys. I just put up with them because I have to.
yeah, well, and for that girl that she was, I guess, trying to spook, her hair got pulled, she was pinched, she was scratched, she had the feeling like she was stuck with pins and needles.
Well, it's kind of like on that movie, The Sixth Sense, where that kid could see ghosts, and them kids, as a joke, lock him in that closet or something, and the ghost of that house is poking at him and stuff, and he's like crying and screaming.
Yeah. Oh, and she was also beaten by the ghost. So like all this stuff is happening
God damn.
to her, and she's just like, "What do I do?"
That's like that. What's that one show where that ghost picks that chick up by the hair and goes, psh, 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 psh.
I don't remember, but I know.
Remember,
because
because she's screaming, ah!
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was funny. That really wasn't scary.
Okay, so after all that stuff happened to his daughter, then John, the husband, started suffering from spells of a swelling throat and feeling of being sick and stuff, and having like a stick stuck sideways in his throat.
Yeah.
So then he got twitching and like jerking of facial muscles.
Facial muscles. Facial muscles. Yeah, me saying it.
Whatever.
Face muscles.
Face muscles. So, like, he would just twitch like something was wrong. And then, December of 1820, sorry, my mom went blank and I was looking at the notes. I don't know what happened. He died.
She had a brain fart.
And people believe that the ghost poisoned him. So, and then the engagement was broke off by that girl, by one of the daughters.
Yeah.
So the engagement was broke off. So like, both theories came true.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, okay, so all the hauntings and stuff started in 1817. He died in 1820, and they stopped. 3 years of torment.
Wow, that's crazy too. It dies and the person dies and it stops.
Yeah.
That's even crazier and kooky.
And then so apparently the witch returns every 7 years to like finish what she started.
Damn.
And then one time I also read that it was like she returned 7 years.
Hey, wait a minute.
And then 107 years.
I think this is off that story though. This is what was that scary story? It was kind of like that. Oh God, American Horror Story, I think, something
Which
like
one
that.
are you talking about though?
There's a scary movie I think that kind of goes by that. That rings a bell, the Blair Witch. Now, the more you start talking about
Bell
it,
Witch,
or Bell Witch, but the Bell Witch, yes.
Well, and so they were saying that it was a property, but I've looked at the pictures and it's a cave, but nothing was mentioned of the cave. That's why it's called the Bell Witch Cave.
Oh.
So there's actually literally a cave on this property.
Oh, okay.
And that's what they go when you can go and tour it and stuff.
Ooh.
And it's creepy as heck. But none of the property is ever mentioned being haunted or in the pictures and stuff except for in the history. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the movie I'm talking about, Bell Witch.
Oh, we need to watch that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess they made a movie off of it.
See, an American Haunting. That's what I was talking about. That's that scene where she gets lifted out of bed and smacked around.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah,
see,
yeah.
I knew the story sounded familiar. The more you started talking about it, I was like, wait a minute, man. I know that. It's a cool story, though. Because isn't the land like cursed or some shit?
Yeah, because she, like, the witch died there. I didn't
Yeah.
know what happened or whatever, but it's...
Well, in the movie, I remember it was something over the land. And of course, the one guy was rich and had the land, and he was trying to get his neighbor's, his neighbor's plot, and of course he had money, so when it came up for sale or something, he got it, and it pissed her off, and she put a curse on his land in that land. So yeah, she was a pretty mad witch. And then come to find out, though, the dad was doing some nasty shit too. So
Well, that might have helped.
yeah.
It's so weird how, like, we unravel, like, these stories, and there's so many movies made about them.
Oh, I know, and you never think about it. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Okay, well, that's the end of that one.
All righty. Well, I'm going to do my big one first.
My big one.
All right. Mine is the Turnbull Canyon in California. This area was called the Hutaguna. Am I saying that right? Hutaguna?
Hutagona. I don't know.
Hutaguna. It means the dark place. The local Indian, that's what the local Indian tribes called it. And they called it that because the forest was so thick and stuff that sunlight barely got in there, so it stayed dark all the time. It was like just a dark, creepy forest, and the Indians always got bad vibes there, so they was like, nope, they called it forbidden land, and they refused to freaking set foot there. They wouldn't at all.
What it sounds like?
Yeah.
Suicide forest in Japan.
Yeah, it sounds like an American version of that. Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, they didn't want to step foot in it because it was cursed to them. Well, then when the Spaniards came with the missions and stuff, the Spaniards knew they was afraid of the forest, so they would drag them to the forest on purpose. Well, thanks you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, Lexi had car troubles. She couldn't be here, couldn't make it. But it's all good. We got her done. I hope y'all enjoy this one. It's our 50th episode, baby. We could not do any of this without you guys helping us. We appreciate it. We love you guys. Thanks for everything. You guys are cool and amazing folks. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. I haven't uploaded anything new, but I am going to. We're on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, Amazon. We're pretty much anywhere now, guys. So come check us out. Ghost Stories Told from the South. This has been an amazing ride, and I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad we're going to keep doing it. So you guys be good, be real. Just thinking 2 more episodes. It's going to be my 1-year anniversary doing this, guys, me and Lexi. So thanks for your support. Thanks, everybody who listens. We love you. And, hey, dudes, 50th episode, big accomplishment, man. And you guys keep listening and keep hitting them subscribe buttons and like buttons and download everything you want, guys. So we'll holler at you later. Be good, be real. And this has been Stephen LeBooth from Ghost Stories Told from the South. I'll be your host, and your co-host Lexi will be here next week to scare the big GGs out of you. But you guys have fun. Bye-bye. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. That was when I first started kind of doing some of my own. So I was kind of rusty doing it. Hope it didn't sound too bad, but I'm used to doing the show on my own now, so it don't bother me at all. But I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Sorry for the inconvenience, but I'm going to start debuting the show on Saturday. So this Saturday, I'm going to debut episode 52 to close out season 3. And we will be doing one on Saturday for you. So that way you'll be on track for every Saturday. So don't forget, 3 a.m. Saturday morning, every Saturday, new episode, guys. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the downloads. Thank you for the love, man. Like I said, it just makes me feel awesome and cool that I do this from a little bitty old town of Mineral Wells, Texas, here in the USA, and I'm getting heard all over the world. So, thank you, Canada. Thank you, people of America. Thank you, people in Mexico, Brazil, Spain, Germany. They're loving our stuff. God, there's so many. Australia, New Zealand, the UK. So, like I said, it's growing little by little, and I love it. So, y'all guys keep up the good work. Keep passing the word around, and just be spooky, man. Stay scary. Tell some scary stories. Like I said, if you guys have any stories that you want to email me or find me on Facebook on Ghost Stories Told from the South, and just DM me there and tell me your story, and I'll talk about it, or I'll do research on it. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoy the show. We'll be back on track Saturday morning, baby, 3 a.m. and every Saturday after that. So we'll check you later. Have fun, be good, and be spooky.